All right, so in math, we are going to continue working on subtraction. We are going to skip a couple more pages today. The pages that we're skipping are pages that are really hard to do over the computer. So we are going to skip to page 375 and 376 today. And yeah, we're going to get the big points of how to do subtraction, which is what those pages teach you in like a different way. But the end result is that they know how to subtract two-digit numbers, and that's what we're going to do, okay? So my page is not going to be like yours, like every day, but I'm going to teach you how to do it, and then I will let you do your own sheet, okay? So I'm going to figure out how to prop this up here. Let's see. That's not how I normally do it. Let's see. Let me get my water bottle here. And let me prop it up like this. Okay, it's kind of far, I know, but I'll turn it and show it to you in a minute so you can see it up close. All right, so complete the sentences, use addition to check your work. So today we're going to do subtraction and division. We're going to subtract, but then we're going to add back to make sure that we've got the right number, okay? So our first problem says there are 21 shapes. 8 of the shapes are circles. How many are not circles? So we're going to take our math information that we know, 21, and we're going to take away the circles, which is 8, because we want to know how many other shapes that we have that are not circles. Now, I told you last week when you're subtracting, we're not going to subtract side to side. We need to write it up and down because it's really easy to make a mistake when you're doing it side to side. So we're going to write it up and down in the extra space on our paper, and we're going to have to borrow here. So 21 minus 8, okay? We can't subtract 8 from 1, so we're going to have to borrow. So we're going to make this a 1. We're going to take 1 away from that place, and we're going to add it over here. Okay, so we're going to take 1 10 away here, and we're going to add a 10 over here. So 11 minus 8 is 3. 1 minus 0, this is like there's a 0 here. 1 minus 0 is 1. So 21 minus 8 is 13. 13 shapes are not circles. Now we're going to check that work over here by doing some adding. So the shapes that are not circles are 13. 13 of them are not circles. How many of them are circles? That's the next thing. 8 of them are circles. So we're going to add 8 plus 13. Now we should get 21 because that's the number of total shapes we have. So if we don't get 21, we've done something wrong. 8 plus 3 is 11. Carry your 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, 21. We have 21 shapes, 21 shapes. So we have done right on this one. So I'm going to turn this around so you can see it a little better up close. Okay. We have to borrow here because 1 can't take away 8, so we have to borrow a 10. So we make this a 1 and bring that 1 over here that we borrowed. And then we can subtract. And then over here is where we check our work with our adding. Okay? All right, let me see if I can just set it down like this. I probably can. Okay, so here, we're going to do the same thing over here. 16 minus 9. They've already just given us the problem. Remember, we're not going to subtract going across. We're going to write it up and down. 16 minus 9. Okay? 9 can't come from 6 because there's not enough to give away. So we're going to have to borrow. This 1, we're going to take 1 away from it so it becomes a 0, and we're going to move 1 over here. So now we have 16 minus 9. 16 minus 9 is 7. 0, there's an imaginary 0 here, so that would be 0. So 16 minus 9 is 7. Now I'm going to check that. To check, you just kind of work backwards. 7 plus 9 should equal 16. And it does, so that's correct. Okay, and I'll pull that a little bit closer so you can look at it. Okay. All right, our last one, 21 minus 7. Okay, we're not going to do anything with the pictures. We're going to write in our blank space 21 minus 7. Okay, we can't take 7 from 1, so we've got to borrow. We've got to take a 10, and we've got to add a 10 here, so this becomes 11. 11 minus 7 is 4. 1 minus this imaginary 0 is 1. So 21 minus 7 is 14. Now we're going to check our work. 14 plus 7. Okay, because this is a 2-digit number, I'm going to do my math. I'm not going to try to add that in my head. 14 plus 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. And then 1 plus 1 is 2. 21 and 21. Okay, I'm going to bring that over here. Okay, it has been a long time, or a little bit of time, since we did in class this subtraction where we've had to borrow. Now, we've done a little bit of that at home, but it's been a while since we taught it. So you may struggle with it a little bit, but just keep working on it. If you're trying to get through your sheet and it's just way too hard, then you can let me know that, okay? And I can try to work with you on that individually, okay? So today's pages are 375 and 376. So you are going to do subtraction problems and then addition problems to check. There are 1, 2, 3 problems on the first page that look just like the sheet that we did. And on the back sheet, there are 2 word problems and then a review part at the bottom. So you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 problems to do today. So not a whole lot. So you're going to complete 375 and 376 subtracting and then checking by doing addition. And then send me those pictures. And then tomorrow, we are actually going to finish up this unit and we're going to move on to some review stuff to finish out the year. Okay?